Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining me for Tea Time with Chelten. It is about 4:15 in the morning, so I'm still just kind of waking up. Bear with me. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Haunted Toledo's experience at the Commodore Perry. Now, the Commodore Perry is a apartment building in downtown Toledo, Ohio. And when you walk into this location, it is gorgeous. It's not what it seems at first. Um, Everything looks beautiful, bright, um, up to date, you know, normal apartment building. Then you go into the back area and go on to the second floor, third floor, and fourth floor. And getting off the elevator on any one of those floors, it is like stepping onto the Titanic. It's like a time capsule. Um, these floors were absolutely abandoned a long time ago. So you walk out and it's completely dark. There's no electricity over there. And in this one area, there are ballrooms with beautiful, gorgeous floor-to-ceiling murals. Another area is a room filled with chandeliers, and some of them are on the ground because they have fallen, but some are still up in the ceiling. They still have the old kitchen and the equipment inside there. In the staff locker room, the belongings of the staff members are still there. You can find, if you open up the locker rooms, you can find up shopping lists. You can find old Tylenol bottles. You can find their old uniforms. I mean, it's just like the Titanic. Something happened and everything was just left. And it's just, it's pretty incredible. It's like, as I said, a time capsule. Well, our investigation there, we first went into the ballroom area. And while we were setting up equipment, we were aware of the claims that were going on at Commodore Perry, which were phantom piano sounds, and there's no piano in the building. There's a child that is seen. There is a woman in gray, and there are shadow figures. So we were pretty prepared to come across any of these things. We were not prepared to come across them as soon as walking into the room. So while we were setting up, about 3 people in our group stopped immediately. Excuse me. Stopped immediately what they were doing, and they were listening to what they heard were phantom piano notes. Right away, one of the investigators took off running, trying to find out where it was coming from. And Christopher Tillman stayed in the ballroom, hurrying up and trying to get the equipment going so he could get those phantom notes that were playing. So we never did find out where the piano noise was coming from. As I said, there was no piano in the building, so it was pretty interesting that that was going on. We searched everywhere and couldn't find where this piano noise was coming from. As the night progressed, we were seeing shadow figures. We were hearing voices that weren't there. Some of the voices we did debunk in one area that had some broken out windows that we found were people in the area outside that were walking around. So we did debunk those. But in the very back area where there were no windows, and we were hearing voices, we couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So a couple of us also had some weird experiences of something tapping us and tugging us as we were walking. We couldn't figure out what that was about. Our clothes couldn't have been snagged on anything. We tried checking that out. Other things that we were seeing were shadow figures kind of peeking around corners and doorways and watching us. What else did we find at Commodore Perry? Oh, the coolest thing of all that I think was the coolest experience of mine was walking into this room, and there were very small childlike footprints, and I'm talking bare footprints. And if you can imagine, there's about an inch worth of dust, dirt, glass, and grime on this ground. So there would be nobody walking around barefoot in this area. And this area is closed off because it is abandoned. So there would have been no reason to have a child walking around barefoot, and it was most certainly a child's bare footprint. And the footprints led nowhere. They led straight into a wall. We did get photos of that, and we compared my footprints and my handprints to the small bare feet, and we have no explanation for that. It was really odd. It was just bizarre. And that was the only room that we found those footprints. And there were just a few, like 3 or 4 footprints leading straight into a wall. So that will forever be probably one of the strangest encounters I've had at Commodore Perry. We did get some really interesting EVPs. We did not get any REM pod action at Commodore Perry. But as I said, we had a lot of personal experiences and a lot of unanswered questions there. So we hope pretty soon, one day, to be going back to Commodore Perry. They really don't allow too many ghost huntings going on there. But hopefully, pretty soon, they'll open the doors so people can experience it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the very short Tea Time with Chelten about the Commodore Perry experience from Haunted Toledo's investigation. You guys have a fantastic day. Please like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we love you, Phantoms. Have a good one.